Hey gents, Miggy here. So this recently happened. After Dallas prosecutor Jody Warner was fired from her job in the district's attorney's office for an altercation with an Uber driver, she apologized for her actions, saying today, quote, "I was wrong. I'm very sorry for the language I used. I'm not proud of it," Warner said at a press conference as she fought back tears. "I appreciate being given the opportunity to give my side. I'm not trying to make any accusations against the driver. I don't know what's in his heart. I can tell you that's not everything he was saying was true. I never touched him." She added, "I'm not ever going to justify anything that I said. There's just a little bit more to it, and I was wrong." Sean Platt, who is 26, said he was driving Warner home from the Capitol pub in East Dallas last Friday night when she became increasingly upset and insisted he use a different route from the one indicated on his GPS. Quote, "She kept saying she's an assistant DA and said, 'Who are they going to believe, you or me?' And I said, 'You know what? You're kind of right.' So I took out my phone and recorded it," he told ABC News. Warner, who's 32, began cursing and insulting Platt, calling him an idiot. At one point she said, quote, "I think this might be a kidnapping." So Platt decided to pull over. Quote, "You are so stupid. I want the cops to come so they can F you up," Warner can be heard saying to Platt on the video recording.
Now to new fallout from a tense exchange caught on camera. A Dallas lawyer has been fired after getting into an argument with her Uber driver, who says she threatened him, hit him, even accused him of kidnapping her. ABC's Lindsay Janis is here with that story. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Robin. The Uber driver made an audio recording of that ugly standoff, posting it on his Facebook page shortly after his passenger, that Dallas prosecutor, losing her job that she held for 6 years.
Oh my God, you're an idiot. You're a legitimate.
You're listening to the argument that led to the firing of one of Dallas County's assistant district attorneys.
Gotcha, bitch!
I'm asking you politely to please step out of my vehicle.
Uber driver Sean Platt says he was driving Texas lawyer Jody Warner home from this bar Friday night when she became upset about directions and began threatening him.
You're so stupid. I want the cops to come so that they can up.
She kept saying she was assistant DA. Said, "Who are they going to believe, you or me?" So I said, "You know what? You're kind of right." So I took out my phone and I recorded it.
He says he pulled over and asked her to get out of the car. When she refused, he called the police.
Gotcha,
She actually hit me. It was not how I expected my night to go.
Ma'am, please.
No, man, please. Dude, everything's being recorded. I'm an assistant district attorney, so I think this might be kidnapping right now, actually.
When the cops arrived, Platt says he declined to press charges.
I'm used to dealing with drunk passengers on a consistent basis. I forgive her.
But Warner's employer, not so forgiving. The DA's office firing her late Monday.
Gotcha,
in a
bitch!
Statement writing, her behavior is contrary to this office's core principle of integrity.
And I'm sorry that it cost her her job. That was not my intent. But you don't treat people that way.
Overnight, Warner denying she ever hit Platt, but expressing regret and calling her behavior unacceptable. Telling ABC News, "I cringe whenever I hear or think about the things that I said that night." Adding, "The audio doesn't tell you that I was in a situation that made me feel very uncomfortable." The driver, Sean Platt, tells us he wants people to leave her alone now. He says Warner has paid the price for her actions.
Horse shit!
Robin?
Wow. All right, Lindsay, thank you very much. And good thing that he recorded that.
A few moments later.
First of all, I just want to apologize for my language to the district attorney's office. I'm sorry.
Gay!
For embarrassing the office that I love very much and respect very much.
If you respected your position of power in your office, then why did you abuse your power as an assistant DA prosecutor, coming down on someone you knew to be smaller than you? You understood very well the game you were playing when threatening the Uber driver because nobody will believe him because you have the position of power. And women are typically believed over men when it comes to things like this. That leads to the second point, which is the idea that men are the aggressors and women are the automatic helpless victims. But now look at you, crying fake crocodile tears.
I embarrassed my family. I embarrassed myself. That is not who I am.
Fucking liar!
And thank you to Judge Frizzell. I'm sorry, y'all. This is been a long few days. Because of our office policy with the media, I wasn't able to respond. And I wanted to respect that policy, but yesterday afternoon around 3:30 I was let go. So I appreciate being given the opportunity to give my side. I'm not trying to make any accusations against that driver. I don't know what's in his heart. I can tell you that not everything he said was true. I never touched him. Whether it's because of my experience as a prosecutor, maybe hypervigilant, or whether I was justifiably uncomfortable, I can't tell you that. All I can tell you what was in my heart. And I felt uncomfortable with the route that he was taking me.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
I'd obviously been drinking. That's why I was in an Uber. And the route was just a different way that I'd never been taken. And then when we got finally close to my home, he turned down a different street, which is not what the GPS was saying to do. And that is when I finally snapped at him and said, "Where are you taking me?" And it escalated from there. I never belittled him for being an Uber driver.
Then why don't you have the decency and courage to stop calling him a driver and refer to him as a person? His name is Sean, by the way. And remember that name, because he's going to haunt your resume for the next decade.
That just didn't happen. One of my best friends signed up for Uber, and I was her first ride. I'm not someone that thinks I'm above anyone. I went to law school to be a prosecutor. I love this job. Or I loved.
Notice how she never actually admits that she was completely at fault here. Instead, she blames others, gives irrelevant reasons for it, and tries to manipulate the public with fake waterworks.
Again, I'm very sorry for the language that I used. I'm not proud of it. You know, you get in like a fight or flight mode, and I think any prosecutor would tell you that we're usually going to get into fight mode. I'm very sorry to the office. Sorry to the community of Dallas County. I've tried very hard to serve you in a way that would make everyone proud. I'm sorry to any victims and their parents that are hearing this. I'm not going to follow through on your cases, and I know I promised you all I would. I know that the other prosecutors will pick them up and make sure that justice is done. There's no excuse for anyone to talk the way that I did, but there is some more context to it. So yeah, I'm just...
Okay, we get it. You're sorry. Not because you're sorry for acting like a complete raging lunatic who was power tripping, but because you lost your job and everyone now hates you. And now, a word from our sponsor. For those of you who are passionate or interested in all things oceans, scuba diving and marine life, JCA-EliteScuba.com is filled with videos, information and advice about scuba diving, training, commentary on the dive industry, aquatic sea life, equipment service, dive trips, NOW-E, which stands for National Association of Underwater Instructors, and DAN, Divers Alert Network, educational videos. JCA-EliteScuba.com also create custom videos on your request. Unlike the local dive shop, JCA-EliteScuba.com are passionate about teaching people how to scuba dive. The gentleman behind JCA-EliteScuba.com, Carlos, is an independent instructor who believes that great divers are created with a focus on education, experience and confidence. Building relationships and treating people with respect, kindness and courtesy are at the heart of who he is and essential to all of his programs. Carlos has been diving since 2006 and teaching since 2008. All his classes are taught privately and on the student schedule where they can take as long as they like. Every student gets personal individualized attention. As of November 7, 2017, Carlos has issued 428 certifications and logged 1,738 dives. He has dived all over the world, including the US, Mexico, Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Australia, Dominican Republic, and the Truk Lagoon. He's also Trimix and Cape certified. If you're interested in learning how to scuba dive or wanting to get in touch with like-minded people such as professionals like Carlos, please visit JCA-EliteScuba.com today and subscribe to the JCA Elite Scuba channel on YouTube. Take us out, kitty.
I got money in the bank. Shut it with your thing.